I'd like to define two key terms here that we hear a lot of people talking about in today's day and age. And a lot of times we don't even hear a definition. We're not even sure what they mean. First, what is meditation? I really like the definition the Tibetans use, which is to become familiar with. So, what does that mean to become familiar with? It means to become familiar with our own mind. It also means to become familiar with the nature of reality. And that means while we want to understand a view and a theory, with the meditation tradition, what we do is we start to understand the nature of reality and nature of our mind through the experiential route of the sitting practice of meditation. So it's the key thing I think about this is the notion of that meditation is about awareness and about wisdom and insight. It's not about emptying the mind, and it's not even about how well you could focus on your breath for how many breaths in a row. It's about starting to understand on a very deep and experiential way how the mind works, how our emotions work, what is the nature of reality. The other key word, which is probably even used more in today's day and age, is this term mindfulness. What exactly is mindfulness? First, it's not just a synonym for paying attention. A very nice definition of mindfulness is it's moment-to-moment awareness done in a non-judgmental way. So let's explore that definition. Moment to moment is very important because we're not just saying present moment. It's understanding the fluidity, the dynamic nature of reality. And on a deeper level, starting to understand this really essential principle of impermanence, that nothing stays static, nothing stays the same. We're constantly changing. Everything is in flow. So we know whatever's happening in the moment, and then we also notice that goes and something else happens. And this will become really interesting when we start to work with the breath, that on a simple level, you'll notice the body feels different on the inhale than it feels on the exhale. You actually then start to note the mind starts to work different on the inhale and exhale, and possibly these slight holds at the top of the in, the bottom of the out. And then we start to notice even more subtle differences. Every breath is not the same. Some are longer, some are shorter. Some we feel the body move more, some less. We know maybe sounds in our environment are never the exact same. So we start to bring real fine-tune awareness. We note that everything's impermanent, and we train this moment-to-moment awareness. The second key point of mindfulness is this thing of being non-judgmental. This is so important for modern people because we tend to be very harsh critics of ourselves. And for me personally, this is why I stopped meditating in my 20s. Not just once, probably 3 or 4 times. Is I was a very harsh critic of myself, very judgmental. I thought I wasn't good at it because I would do a couple breaths and my mind would wander. So it's very important to take the approach of being non-judgmental. Okay, let's be open-minded. Let's just note the wandering mind. Note that the monkey mind is always going to wander and be curious about it. Take a light approach. It's not super heavy here. So be non-judgmental, curious, with just a gentle, light touch. We learn to let things come and we let things go. So I hope that gave you a little bit more of a clear definition of what we mean by meditation and what we mean by mindfulness.